Okay, last night I got a real dose of winter camping. Came up to McGregor Point, and it snowed most of the night, which was okay. I was prepared for it. I don't have my winter boots on right now. I had them on last night, snow pants and everything. Happy to report everything worked really well with the camper. I had the portable toilet in there. One thing I don't like is all the sweating on this rear door. It doesn't drain properly. So I had a bit of a puddle down here. It didn't reach the bed, but it's just annoying. So I'm going to make a fiberglass door for this entryway. Anyway, everything else worked great. The heater worked great. I had it on at 1200 watts initially, but then I noticed the roof was getting really hot. So I turned it down to 600 watts, and that solved that problem. And it didn't even run that much anyway at 600 watts. So really, you don't need any more heat than 600 watts. It was nice and comfortable. The only thing I forgot was a cord to properly connect to my phone. Unfortunately, I had nothing but USB-C cords, and I only have USB outlets in the trailer. So I need to remember to bring the right cord because my phone went dead before I could make a video last night. If you can look under here, you can see that I made a new platform for the slide out to slide out onto, which is much better because the only thing that's moving now when I push down on it is the truck suspension. Anyway, I'll have to get up here and brush this snow off before I put the slide in. And I've got a lot of stuff to reorganize. Pull the bed apart and tip up all the mattress cushions. And then I'll be ready to go. I was going to set the tripod up, but the picnic table is just a little too far away. Maybe I could still do that. Okay, talk to you later. Well, there was no good way to set up the tripod, so I'll just complete this video. One thing you have to do with this slide out is get all the snow and water off before you slide it back in. It isn't really a big deal. Only a few dribbles of water will get in, but I usually squeegee it off and then nothing gets in. You know, water has hydraulic strength, so once it's squished, it'll push its way through things. But it's not a big deal. And I'm absolutely not worried about it. Just kind of pissed off that I forgot the squeegee that I have just for this occasion. Anyway, the cushions are back up in travel mode. And I'm going to slide it in now. There's nothing really much to see that you haven't seen before if you watch my videos. So I'm going to shut it off. Then I'll come back with a little video of the new platform I have underneath it. So I decided to throw all my bedding up in there since I really didn't bring that much stuff with me. I managed to get my cord coiled up fairly well, even though it's really cold out. It was still nice and warm from running the heater all night. And I turned the heater on while I was taking stuff apart too. So that worked out well. So the only thing I have left to do, I only burned one bag of firewood, so I'll throw my leftover bag of firewood in here. But there is lots of room. Like, I've got my pillows, sleeping bags, comforter sitting there, and they would normally go inside. One thing I want to get is a SUV camper tent, which would be really handy because that would give me a vestibule area. It'd be nice to have the portable toilet out in the tent instead of in the camper. Plus, just a place to take off your boots and snow pants and heavy coats instead of having to. What I had to do last night was I was wearing my boots. As you can see how much snow was, started to see how much snow was falling. But I would wear my boots and my snow pants and my heavy coat while I was having dinner and sitting by the fire. But I didn't want to take all that stuff into the camper with me. So I basically took it all off and put my running shoes back on before I got in the camper, which worked out fine, but still. Word about condensation. This door is a big disappointment. It's not that that has condensation. All RV windows and doors have condensation, but this one just doesn't seem to drain. And I think it's more because of the fairly heavy aluminum frame on it. But at any rate, I had plans to make a door, but I was thinking about not having to do that. But I think for this to be a true 4-season camper, I got to solve the door problem. So I am going to make a fiberglass door for it, and that will eliminate 95% of the condensation. Now, the thermal pane windows worked fairly well. That is condensation. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's the condensation on the inside of the window. A minor amount, really, and I expect it to be all gone by the time I get home. And here's the platform I built. As you can see, it has 2 little downriggers, one on each side. It's also double thickness underneath here. Make it nice and stiff. And all I do now is just pull the camper out to about that far, tilt it, shove it underneath, and then it slides right out. But because I didn't clean it all up before I used it, there's still little bits of glue. Sorry about that. There's still little bits of glue and sticky stuff, so it didn't slide as well as it should. But I'll clean that up and wax it when I get home, and should work real easy. The problem was it slid out with the trailer, and I had to push on it with my feet to get it back underneath where it does the most support. But I'm much happier with this system rather than the roller system I had and the piece that had to be shoved up in on underneath after. This is much more convenient. And basically what happens when I close the door, it just gets bungeed to the handles. Anyway, this video has gone long enough. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.